So today we are going to study algebra of real functions. तो हम सीखेंगे अब कि functions को add, subtract, multiply, divide कैसे किया जा सकता है, जैसे हमने numbers का algebra सीखा हुआ है. तो let f be a function from x to r and let's say g be a function from x to r. So you can see the domain for both the functions we have taken to be same. F और g का domain same है and these are any two functions, right? Where हम क्योंकि real function बोल रहे हैं तो obviously x is a subset of R. Then f plus g will be defined from x to R. तो जो f plus g का domain है that is also x and it will be to R till R. तो वो क्या होता है? It is defined as f plus g of x. You will operate it on the element of x and it is given by f of x plus g of x for all x belongs to the set x. This is how we define the addition of two functions. F plus g of x is f of x plus g of x. Then if you have to define the difference of two functions, it is defined as f minus g of x will be defined from x to r again, and it is defined as f minus g of x is f of x minus g of x. And again, this is for all x belongs to x. Now, if you have to define the scalar multiplication of a function, that means let's say alpha is a scalar. So alpha f of x is given by alpha into fx. So the constant is just multiplied with the function. And this is for all x belongs to x. If you have to define the multiplication of two functions, both are functions. Now, इधर तो हमने एक स्केलर देखा था. Now if you have both to be the function, so f into g of x is defined as f of x into g of x. This is also for all x belongs to x. And last, if you have to define the quotient of two functions, division f by g of x, that is defined as f of x upon g of x. Again, for all x belongs to x, but the condition here will be that gx is not equals to 0, right? So this is how we define the algebra of real functions. So now we'll understand this with an example, that how to use this in questions. Let's say you have a function f of x is equals to x square and g of x is equals to 2x plus 1. These are two real functions given to you. Then we have to find f plus g of x. So now, if you have to find f plus g of x, so according to the definition, it should be f of x plus g of x, right? So f of x is already given to us and g of x is also given to us. So you can see f plus g of x is x plus 1 whole square. So this is what you will have as f plus g of x. Let's say you have to find the difference. You have to find f minus g of x. So it will be equal to f of x minus g of x, right? So f of x is x square minus 2x minus 1, g of x. So this is your difference of these two functions. Let's say you have to find f into g of x. So what will this be equals to? So this was defined as f x into gx. So what is fx? It is x square, and into gx it is 2x plus 1. So this becomes 2x cube plus x square, right? And let's say if you have to find f by g of x. So according to this, it will be defined as fx by g of x. Fx was x square and gx was 2x plus 1. So this is going to be your answer. Now, this same thing can be asked like we have done it for general x, where x is belonging to the domain set. Now, if I ask you for any particular element, let's try one example. Let fx is equals to root x and gx is equals to x. This be defined over the set of non-negative real numbers. So fx and gx, this is defined over the set of non-negative real numbers. You have to find first f plus g of 4. Let's say you have to find this. So what will this be equals to? So according to the definition, it should be f of 4 plus g of 4, right? So I need to find out what will be f of 4. Since fx is given to be root x, so f of 4 will be equals to root of 4, and root of 4 means 2, right? ऐसे g of x हमारे पास क्या है? G of x is x, so what will be g of 4? It will be 4. We have directly substituted. So you can see f of 4 came out to be 2 and g of 4 came out to be 4. So this becomes 6. So this is how you're going to add two functions. Let's do this for difference also. If I ask you what will be f minus g of 4, so how will you find this? This will be f of 4 minus g of 4, and just now we have found out what is f of 4, that is 2, and g of 4 is 4. So 2 minus 4 gives you minus 2. So that is your difference of two functions. Third, let's say you have to find the product f into g of 2. This is what you have to find out. So this will be equals to f of 2 into g of 2. What is f of 2? Now we need to find out f of 2. So since fx is root x, so f of 2 is going to be root of 2. So this becomes root 2, right? And since g of x is x, so g of 2 will be equals to 2. So this becomes 2 into root 2. Let's find out what will be f by g of 9. So according to the definition, it will be f of 9 by g of 9, right? So f of 9, root of 9, g of 9, 9. So this becomes 3. This is 9. That gives you 1 by 3. That is your answer. Last, if I ask you, what will be 2 into f of 4? So here we are doing the scalar multiplication. So how is scalar multiplication defined for function? The scalar will remain as it is and you will find out the function. So f of 4 we found out it was 2. So you can substitute 2 into 2 will be 4. This is your answer. So we discussed the algebra of functions and questions based on it.